What is up, Galaxians? Welcome to another episode of Galaxy CDs, Rocks, and Flips. If this is your first time to the channel, my name is Ryan, and I am a part-time YouTuber, part-time podcaster, full-time reseller, working out of my home here in the greater Cincinnati area, and this channel generally is all about the flip life. If that's your jam, stick around, see what I got for you, and maybe think about subscribing. If you're already a subscriber and a repeat visitor, thank you so much for coming back. And I know I say that every week, and I hope everybody knows that it's genuine. And I can't tell you how much I appreciate the comments and the feedback and the participation in this little community that we have. Things are challenging right now for a lot of folks. The social separation that's been caused by the pandemic and not being able to see friends and family as often as we would like or we're used to. There's a disconnection that at least I am feeling. And in no small way are you helping when you participate here, when you leave a comment or share this with someone who comments and so on. It really does. And I'm sitting down here in the basement and I get a notification that somebody's commented on the YouTube video. It's like getting a message from a friend. So I really do appreciate it. To that point, I watch a couple of channels and I listen to a couple of podcasts, and over the last month or so, they'd stopped putting out content for whatever reason. And one of them that I'm going to share with you, I'll put a link up above, and I'll also have it in the comments or the description down below. She goes by My Reseller Treasure. I just love watching her videos. She's a strong person. She has an energy that is just contagious and infectious. I really have enjoyed watching her videos, and she disappeared for a while. I'll let her explain why that is, but the point is that she brought up some really good messages about doing what we need to do to take care of our mental and our physical health, especially during this time. And like I said, for me, those connections, you guys reaching out and participating in this little community of resellers really has helped me through a very disconnected time. I'm not seeing my friends or family nearly enough, and having this new little community has been incredibly helpful. So I appreciate it. I hope you'll go check out her video. And if you do, leave her a comment and let her know I sent you over there for it. I strongly recommend it. It was a really, really good video. So I hope you'll go and check that out. It is time for the midweek recap. This has been another very strange week. I've only got, I think, about 10 things to share with you today. I've done a ton of sales, and my volume, if you watch the podcast on Sunday, my sales volume has actually been really good, but it's a ton of little stuff like sub $12 items, which are not real fun to share or real interesting to share on YouTube. So I don't have nearly as much as I've had over the last couple of weeks, but I do have some cool stuff to share with you. It's been one of those weeks. So I've been super busy. If you've been following along, I've been traveling a lot for my side gig, the dealer trade drives. Yesterday, I got up and I was going to make a trip to Knoxville, so I was going to lose another day. So I'm stressing out a little bit because I'm falling behind on getting stuff listed. And I come downstairs early in the morning. I'm going to knock out a few listings, and I got water in my basement, and my water heater is leaking. So I spend 10 hours on the road thinking about what a mess I'm going to come home to, and I'm behind and everything else. I spent all day today. I'm really late getting this done and produced because I had the guys here replacing my water heater today, which it's funny. I told the guys at Volkswagen, I said, the only reason I'm doing all these long drives is because I want to save up a little bit of money from these to take maybe a 3-day weekend and just get away for a while and go somewhere and hibernate. And of course, now I've had to spend all that money on my water heater. So, best laid plans. Thankfully, I had the money. It's not, a big catastrophe for me, but it's just one more stressor that, like I said, is helped by your ongoing participation here. So, I do very much appreciate it. So let's get into some of the stuff that's sold. Like I said, a ton of little stuff that I'm not going to share. We'll start with the CDs. I think all of these are from that lot. So these are things that I own for less than 4 cents a piece. This first one, again, if you've been watching some of the previous videos, I talk about these promo items pretty regularly. This first one is from Stu. It's a Season's Greetings from 2001. It's a promotional only CD single from Image Entertainment. So this is something that was sent out to the record stores around the holidays for free, just as something for them to play in the stores. It's in a little cardboard sleeve, nothing really all that fancy about it, and it brought $14.99 with free shipping. This next item is also from that lot, Monsieur Jeffrey Evans and the 68 Comeback. Owned a record store for years, worked in them for years, been a huge music fan for years. Never heard of these guys. But somebody had. They paid $19.99 with free shipping to get this CD. It was brand new on a really cool little label, Sympathy for the Record Industry. So it was a nice little sale. And then this one, some old school dance hall reggae, Mission Impossible to Final Mission, a various artist compilation from the early 1990s. Featured Frankie Paul and a few other kind of big names in the old reggae movement. This one went for $20 on a best offer. I think I was asking $23.99 for this, and I got an offer for $20 and sent that on its way. And then the last CD, also from that lot. So again, this is a 3.5 cent CD, C-Note of the Botany Boys. This is a Houston-based rap group. This is an individual solo album, somebody from that group. I had this listed for, I think, $39.99. New in the package. I got an offer of $30 with free shipping. $30 on an item that I own for 3.5 cents. I'm not going to fight with that. I thought about sending a counter offer, and I just decided to go ahead and take the $30 and move on with life. So that's kind of the bigger CDs that moved. Like I said, there have been a ton of them that have gone out of here this week, but they're all, in that $8 to $12 range. So it's been a lot of volume, but not a lot of big hits. Some of the other stuff, we had a pretty wide range of items that went out this week. So this first one that I'm going to show you is a NASCAR hat. This was new with tags. Joe Nemechek. That's a jump in the Wayback Machine. I think that's an old driver. I'm not sure what era this is from, but really nice hat, new with tags. You'll notice if you look at the listing I have, it says hook and loop adjustable. If you're not familiar with Velcro, they are very protective of their brand name. And even if the item actually has, honest to God, Velcro on it, if you use the word Velcro in your listing, you're probably going to get a claim, a Vero against your account for using that name without being licensed to do so. So hook and loop is the kind of generic term for a Velcro-like attachment. That's what I used on this hat. So I avoided any party fouls, sold the thing for $15.29 plus shipping, and it is on its way. These old vintage headphones, you may remember from the Cincinnati Picker haul video. I picked these up. He gave them to me for $5. They were working okay, not great. I listed them for, I think, $19.99 plus shipping. I got an offer this past week for $17 plus shipping. I went ahead and took that and got them out of here. A cool old set of vintage headphones. They don't sound all that great. They work marginally well, but it's a cool kind of vintage 70s look about them. So those are on the way out. If you're going to sell CDs, you might as well sell some 6-disc CD cartridges, right? I picked up, I think probably 10 of these, 2 different models from JVC, these XCM75s and also some XCM70s. I've sold a few of them here and there over the months since I picked these up. I own them for about $2 a piece. I had 3 of these left. I think I was asking about $10 at a guy that made me an offer of a little over $8 a piece for him. He wanted a deal on shipping, so I told him if he bought them for I think it was $8.30 31 cents or 32 cents a piece and paid $10 total for shipping all three, I would send them out. So that ended up being $25 plus shipping. Nice little sale. If you can find those cartridges, people do still need them. You can generally pick them up for a couple of bucks. Especially if they're new in box. These were new. They hadn't even been opened. Got them for a couple of bucks a piece, sold them for $8 or $9. They sat here actually a little longer than I expected, but I did end up making out okay on them. Get into some books. This is I picked up 2 sets of vintage, like 90s era girls books at a yard sale about a month ago. I got them for $0.25 a piece. This is the first lot of them that sold. It's the Full House. It was a 10-book lot. They weren't really in any particular order, but there were 4 for the character Michelle and 6 for the character Stephanie. Sold these for $16.99 plus shipping. There were 10 of them, so at $0.25 a piece, I own it for $2.50, and I made almost $17 on it. So that's a fairly nice little flip. This was really nice. This is another one that was part of the big lot that was mostly romance books, and then a random assortment of kind of machinists and factory books. This was a 5th edition 1919 shop manual, the Machinery's Handbook. This thing was probably 4 inches thick. It was a massive, massive book. I don't have the pictures up here. I should have had them. Inside the cover of this, the previous owner, whoever had used this, and this book was clearly well used, had cut out and pasted like 1920s era pinup pictures. So the inside of the cover is covered with these pinup girls. So it was a really unique piece. I had it listed for $69.99 or best offer. I got an offer of $59 with shipping, and I went ahead and took that. It was a really cool old piece. I think the pinup pictures probably helped counteract the condition of it, because it was obviously shop used. Had some pages that were loose. Nothing appeared to be missing, but there were some stains in the book where obviously he had used, oil or grease or something while flipping through the book trying to find information. So this is a true kind of used vintage piece of training material, if you will, and really neat piece. I own it for about 60 cents. So huge flip. These next items, I showed one of these last week that went for, I think, $34.99. Not long after I finished recording that video, I got an offer for 2 more at $30 a piece with free shipping. These bound magazines, the history of the Second World War. So I've now sold 3 of those that I own for $1 each. So $3 worth at my cost, and I've sold them for $94.99 with free shipping. So really pleased with that. And that is pretty much it of the kind of big, at least big dollar stuff that went out of here this week. Sometimes I show you that super cheap stuff if it's something really cool, but this week it was all just kind of run-of-the-mill CDs and nothing real flashy. So that will take care of the recap for this week. If you've enjoyed this video, please do me a favor. You know the drill. Hit that thumbs up button. I really appreciate that. That does help with the algorithm, and like I said at the beginning, it makes me feel good. So please do that. If you like this and you're not subscribed, please consider subscribing to the channel. I do videos and podcasts at least a couple of times a week. I've been doing so many drives that I haven't been able to do that 3rd video here recently, and I apologize for that. I also haven't really been sourcing much, so I haven't had any haul videos, worth putting together. I am going to go out, I think, on Friday this week just to break up the week. And as long as they don't have another dealer trade drive for me on Friday, I'm going to hit some garage sales. So maybe I'll have some footage for you on Friday. With that, I'm going to call it a day. I hope you've enjoyed this and got something out of it. I look forward, as always, to your comments and your participation. And with that, it's time to sell. Thanks, guys.